It's good to know that you are still there. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Now we want to talk about fashion trends and techniques. And we have a fashion designer in the house. Please join me as I welcome Jacinta Uko. She is the CEO, Just Cheese. Just stitches, yeah. I hope I got that right.
Yes,
Yeah, because I was trying to add something else to yours, maybe limited. Maybe I wanted to add just stitches limited for you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mom.
Meanwhile, you're looking gorgeous. Well, what do you expect? We can't expect anything less from a fashion designer.
Thank you so much, Mom.
Oh, this dress is lovely.
Thank
And you
you.
said it's two in one.
Yes, it's in one dress.
Wow, this is lovely. So it's very economical. So
Yes,
if
it
you're
is.
wearing this one today, the other
Of
day you can
course.
just change it.
Yes.
Now, beautiful.
Thank
Okay,
you.
let's look at a lot of people will say, I'm not a tailor, I'm a fashion designer. So
Enough,
let's
yes.
look at what distinguishes the two. Who is a fashion designer and who is a tailor? Somebody said a tailor is a carpenter. Cut and join designer. So let's hear from you. Who is a fashion designer? Who is a tailor?
Okay, I think to me, a tailor is the person that has not really gone through all the basics. You don't have the ability to dream bigger than
Mm.
what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's a tailor.
Mm.
A fashion designer is that person that goes out of his or her way to be more creative.
Mm.
You can see a little piece and you make a very big word out of it.
Mm.
Every little detail counts.
Mm.
You can turn something unuseful to something very, very useful.
Mm.
That is a fashion designer.
Okay.
You can sleep, dream, wake up and put that dream into reality.
Okay.
That's a fashion designer. It's sort of just like you said, it's anybody that can just hit it all sides and it just brings out something, you know?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so in a nutshell, a fashion designer is someone who is very
A
creative.
more advanced level of a tailor.
A tailor. Okay,
Yes,
so
that's
a
like the
tailor
definition.
actually is the one who joins and joins. I hope the tailors are not the ones that use red thread for a green dress.
That's part of it. That's
You know,
actually part of it.
you know,
That's
because
actually
a
part
lot
of
of
it.
things that we look out for in designs,
Yeah.
your finishing.
Finishing is very key.
Yes, because
Yeah.
like from your explanation now, a fashion designer is someone who is careful about the
very.
finishing.
Very,
Okay.
very.
Now, there is always a question I ask fashion designers. What happens to quality control when a dress is finished? Who checks to make sure you don't use blue for green or the machine is not jumping? You know, there are some
Yeah,
sewing, you just
yeah.
see that there's a jump.
Yeah.
Or where you're supposed to use black. For instance, you're wearing a beautiful dress and you're seeing a yellow thread. So who checks for that?
For me, I'll talk based on myself over the years. I am not. This is what I do fully solely for a living.
Oh, okay.
So I don't pay deaf ears to little details.
Mm.
In as much as I have staff that works with me, and over the years, I check every detail because I have very sensitive customers. I have a lot of sensitive customers. It takes a little discouragement for a customer to start complaining. And once they start doing that, you begin to lose them.
Mm.
So it's key as a CEO to always make sure that those details are not forgotten.
Mm.
They are not overlooked.
Okay.
You make sure but in the fact that you're not there, you should have like a manager, someone that is there to check these little
The
details.
quality control.
Yes, you should
person.
always have somebody. Some people
Yes.
don't just they just show carefreeness, they don't care,
Mhm.
but it's key because you see when somebody finish, you don't weave the armholes, you don't weave the sides,
Some
you
even
just
sew without weaving.
without weaving exactly. So those are if you charge customer, the customer should get value for their money.
Beautiful.
That's key. That's
Okay.
really key.
Okay, let's look
So I
at
still
the
hold the CEO responsible for that.
You know, like Nigerians,
Yeah.
fashion, they are
Yeah.
just fashion crazy. So how do you update yourself or how do you cope with the trend?
And to God be the glory, technology has actually made it really easy.
Okay.
Yes, technology has made it very easy in the sense that in those days, you don't have anywhere to run to. If your boss don't know how to do it, you don't just know how to do it. There's no two ways about it. But now we have a lot of self-made designers now. Self-made. They didn't go to any fashion school. They didn't go through any process. They just went right to the internet. They are producing. They are making their stuff. They are making their money. It's because technology has made it so easy. All you need to just go on Google, click how to do this, how to do that. So technology has actually helped in a lot of ways. So nobody has an excuse as it is.
Wow.
You know, if you don't want to do it, that's because you're lazy.
Okay.
You just don't want to do it.
Okay.
But if you feel you need to do it, you will go all the way out and you
Make
get
sure,
it.
yeah.
You get it
Okay,
all done.
that brings me to how do you ensure that your designs stand out, amongst others? Well, how will you be able to say, okay, these are the things I make sure? I know you have talked about details, little details, you look into it.
Yeah.
So how do you ensure that your designs stand out?
For me to be sure that to ensure that my designs stand out, most times you give me a style. It's an everyday style. Okay, so for instance, someone came last week saying, I want a baggy trouser. I have seen her, I noticed that would not sit for her body type.
Okay.
It will make her look more bulkier.
Okay.
I advise her, let's do a straight pants for you.
Okay.
It will bring out, you're shapy, just that you're on the big side. She reasoned it and she was like, oh, that's true. When we finished making the outfit, she was wowed,
Wow.
you know. So I think for me, it's more like being able to look at the customer, what is doable for your body type.
Yeah. Know what fits.
Some designers or tailors don't tell you this is what is good for you. Then you come out, you're looking all, you're everywhere,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now, I want to ask. I know that the fashion industry we've grown,
We have
and then in those days, just like you said, the era of internet has helped a lot.
options. Yeah.
If you're asked to compare now and before, what would you say?
There's no comparison.
The difference is clear.
The difference is clear and it's actually speaking for itself,
Oh,
because I think even a novice,
hmm.
now you have these things you do. You just take fabric, you wrap it all over, use needles,
Honestly,
and you're good to
yeah,
go.
I've seen
You do
that.
your photo
Yeah,
shoots.
yeah.
So I think the recent time has opened our eyes, to lots of fashion trends.
Yeah.
So we are seeing beyond our noses.
Hmm.
It's giving us an insight to be creative.
Hmm.
Then we're not creative about anything. Everybody, oh, this is nice. The next person is so nice. But I see what you're wearing now. I look at it. I say, oh, this is nice. I come and recreate it. You will not even believe that is what the inspiration I got from what you're wearing that I am not wearing.
Because you are creative.
I saw somebody wears this and I said, oh, this is nice. This would be really nice for a two-piece. I make it into a two-piece. If I decide tomorrow, I might take off the inner Ankara, I might wear a pants and a singlet inside. It's another style. So I think there's no comparison once there isn't.
Okay.
Yes, it's more
when we
fashion.
talk about creativity now, how do you get your inspiration?
Mostly I get it from fabrics.
Oh,
yes. My inspiration comes mostly from fabrics. There are fabrics you see and they already speak for themselves. They tell you this is what you should make with me.
Wow.
Because the textile industry has gone so out there, it's now
loud.
Really vast,
Yes,
and because it's vast and it's loud and it's bright, those days they have those very Hollandic things that are very dull.
Colors, yeah.
But now they play with fabrics, and because of this, they play around the fabrics. It gives you a more insight what you should make with it. So most fabrics, I get my inspiration from the fabrics. Someone they consider this is I want to skirt and blouse. This is particular fabric. Like what I'm wearing in. If somebody else has bought it to me, I'll say, I'll take off all these orange color parts of it. I put them together and do a pattern work for you.
Okay.
I might do the entire up to be pattern.
Pattern work. Okay.
So some fabric, a lot of fabrics now, they speak for themselves. Yes.
Okay, is it true? Someone once said your location matters a lot in business.
Very.
So do you agree to that?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Because where I was initially, I wasn't getting as much customers as I was getting. It's not like they were not coming. But at times when they calculate the distance, one. Secondly, they calculate the fact that they are during work time. But now I brought my company to the house.
Oh.
So I did at the back of the house.
Okay.
So I am home 248.
Okay.
Whenever you come, I am there.
Wow.
At half time on Sundays, I am there. So they create their own time. So where you are is key. Location is really key. Yes.
Okay, as we round up, this will be my final question to you then before you now advise those who are going into the business. How lucrative is this business? And I know it pays bills. So tell us, have you started carrying your money in Ghana must go to the bank? Let's know whether you need an escort. So please talk to us before you now advise those who
actually fashion is very, very, very lucrative.
You know what you're doing.
And yet you know what you're doing. Yes, it's key. Yes, you know what you're doing. Fashion is very lucrative in a sense that everybody must wear nice stuff. Who doesn't want to look good?
Honestly. I like me.
Even
I
the
like
men, even the
looking.
men are
Even
catching
the
up.
men, yes, yes, the
Even
men
the
are
men
catching up.
Yeah, so it's for me, fashion is lucrative if you exactly know what you're doing to pay the bills. That is certain because no matter how we cry hungry, no matter how we cry, no, well, no this, we must dress up. We must look good.
Especially for us ladies.
Looking good is good business.
Good business, my sister. It's good business. So,
Yes.
what's your advice to those who want to go into this business?
Okay, my advice to those going into this business is stay focused, dream big,
Mm.
don't limit yourself to economic, immediate economic environment because when we look at the situation of things in the country today, we get discouraged. But it's not enough reason for anybody to be discouraged. Your little small parlor square, that's one square, your small balcony, your small bedroom is a starting point. Start, we all started small. I started in my parlor with this machine my elder sister got for me, just one machine. That was where I started from. So over the years, this is 19 years, and we've grown with a big company and a lot of tailors everywhere, apprentices everywhere. So don't be scared to start. The sky is the starting point. Gonna do this, say the sky is the limit. Now the sky is surely the starting point, and just keep dreaming and God will do the rest.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jacinta Oko.
Yes.
God bless you. CEO Just Teaches.
Yes.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, the sky is your starting point. Dream big. Please dream big. We'll be right back after this.